What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I have a really exciting unboxing to do for you guys. I've been waiting on this package for over a week. It just took a little while to get through USPS, I guess, but it has finally landed. And this is a knife that I bought. So you guys know I've been, pretty good with my knife purchases really over the past year. I feel like I haven't really made, I think I'd have to go back and look, honestly. I think I've made like maybe 4 or 5 knife purchases in the whole year of 2025. So I've been very good about it. I'm just trying to be smarter financially and trying to be, really making sure that I love a knife before I buy it. But I'm not gonna lie, this was kind of an impulse buy. It wasn't, and it was at the same time, because it wasn't because I had planned on buying this knife ever since I saw the prototypes come out. Months ago. I don't know, what the timeline is at this point, but it's been a while. So I planned on buying it, back then. I was like, okay, I really love that model. I had seen some prototyping, pictures, that was, pushed through our group chat on Instagram. And I was like, okay, I'm going to buy one of those whenever they come out. Well, I didn't expect it to come out, recently. And technically, as of right now, they're still not out yet. So I did get this in early. So I got it from Blade City. I reached out to them. So long story short, this is, I guess before I go more into the story time, this is a new Divo Knives model called the Saloon. Some of you guys may have seen them if you're, a mutual follower of Kevin over at Left EDC. Him and Colin have come out with so many bangers. You guys have seen so many, Divo knives on the channel. I've had quite a few in my collection, but they've kind of dwindled here or there. And the unboxing knife today is actually my Divo Knives Mash. This is the oldest in my collection from Divo. This was probably like their, I don't know, this is an early model. I want to say this might be like their second or third, maybe fourth model. And this was an exclusive at the now, got some moisture on there. The now discontinued or no longer a thing, Blue Creek Knives. This was an exclusive, and I have never taken this thing apart. The no blade play, locked up so nice and tight. Great design. I am a huge fan of the sheepsfoot style blade, 14C, aluminum, wire clip. Just a really good size, great design. And I have never taken this knife apart, and it is just so buttery smooth. They've come out with a couple different variations, but kind of just like upgrades of the same design. I think they're at V2.5 right now, but they are coming out with, I believe, a button lock mash that is licensed through Kaiser, top liner lock, button lock, one of the two. And I think they are planning to do like another premium run at some point. But this is the unboxing knife today. And yeah, so this was a model that I have been looking forward to for a while. And like I said, this was a knife that I did not expect to be dropping so soon. Honestly, Kevin has shown us so many prototypes and like sneak peeks of things that it's hard for me to keep track sometimes. So I got on Facebook. This was probably early last week. I got on Facebook and somebody had posted in the Dive Bar, which is the Divo like official Facebook group, the Dive Bar Facebook page, a photo of this specific variant of the Saloon, which was the one I was between this one, and there was one other one that, I mean, they all look great, but there was this one and one other one that I was kind of deciding between. But when I saw him post, the physical knife, I was like, okay, I got to get that. Like, that is the one I want. And then I was like, wait, did I miss, normally Kevin will drop in the group all, photos, videos. They'll do a big, lead up announcement every day. Like they'll announce like a couple weeks before they're doing the drop. And I immediately was like, wait, did I miss a drop somehow? I was like, and there's no way. So, I did some research, and the guy ended up buying it on Blade City's Whatnot stream early. I guess this is their exclusive variation of it, exclusive run. And they were selling, nice Divo towel that we get in every order. They were selling them, a few of them early, on Whatnot. So I immediately reached out. All right, I think I put something in the group chat. So Divo Knives, and we have the Divo Saloon. That's a 6 sticker with the monkey, with the repeating rifle, it looks like. And then, of course, we have the package. Love the package. They've really stepped up. They kind of simplify their packaging, but they've really done a lot of nice things with the artwork. Divo Knives, the Divo gang. And you guys can see here that this is the acid washed S90V blade with bronze anode titanium with like crosshatch milling. I'm super excited for this. But as I was saying, yeah, I'm so all around in this video. I actually have another package here to unbox from the Lefty Pass Run group as well. Got 2 packages, but I wanted to make a specific video for this knife. But yeah, I got on the group chat and was like, hey, like, you know, Kev, did I miss a drop? What's going on with this? Yada, yada, yada. And he reached back and said, like, you know, they're waiting on their shipment, but I guess he gave the okay to, and I'm blanking on the guy's name, you know, the guy, I think the guy or one of the guys behind Blade City, but I guess they gave him permission to, like, you know, sell a few early to gain some hype. So I reached out to Kev, you know, directly and said, hey, I really want that model. Like, you know, do you have a hookup at Blade City that you can connect me with? And he goes, I think the guy's name is Dave, Chris, something like that. He goes, yeah, so-and-so is, you know, my guy. I'll get you, you know, connected to him. So he sent him a message and said, hey, you know, Alex 814 EDC is going to be reaching out to you. And so I reached out to him and they let me buy one early. And here I am, chit-chatting away while this knife is sitting in my box. But so this knife comes with the mill tie clip pre-installed, but they do include a wire clip, which is really nice. So I think this is the first that I will have experienced with like their newer style. I've missed on the past couple of drops just because they haven't been like my personal favorite Divo designs. Like the Fireball was cool. That just wasn't something that I like felt necessary to add to the collection, like I did the Saloon and some of the other upcoming models, you know, in the next half a year or so that I've seen from them. Also get a Divo microfiber, and then it sits in some fabric here, or some foam. And ooh, baby, I am glad I went with this. That micro milling is insane. Here it is, guys. So it's burnt bronze, but it's like really, really subtle burnt bronze. It's not like in your face, which I really like. And I think I've said this in a video within the past couple of weeks, but I have become a huge, huge fan of like acid stonewash. I don't know why. It's just a super cool finish in my opinion. So you guys can see the blade is acid stonewash peeking through there, chimping the whole way up top, which looks fantastic. But you have matching hardware there on the pivot, the screws, and then that beautiful micro milling right there. It looks so good. And then the milled clip is reversible, and I love how they have it tucked right up into the corner there of the handle. You guys can see it's an inset liner lock. So yeah, let's see. We're going to go reverse leg first. Ooh, this is money. No blade play. And just look at that beautiful blade. And I chose the mash because, and one reason why I like this so much is because I feel like this is, it's obviously a different, try to get this. It's obviously different than the mash, but in the same vein, I feel like it's still kind of similar. You know what I mean? Like there's still some of the same design ideas there. And I didn't realize it was actually a good bit smaller than the mash, which I'm excited for. Beautiful lock bar access there. I love that the liner is even acid stone washed. Whoops. Was that the right way? There we go. S90V on the blade. Great ergos. And just a stupidly thin hollow grind there on that blade. S90V is fantastic. It's really become one of my favorite production steels. Thumb flick works great. Feels like a Divo, guys. We're still using Kubi, and Kubi is continually, you know, meeting expectations for all of us. But this thing just looks fantastic. I'm gonna be hard pressed to put this thing down over the next couple of weeks. I've been really, really anxiously awaiting this. That middle finger flick is money. Love that lock bar access too. Like that is just so nice, and I'm glad they did that. and it's already just drop, bang, drop, bang, super smooth. And I can't wait until this thing gets worn in. And I love that it's so subtle. It really is. Like it's burnt bronze, but it's not like, again, a super bright, super in your face burnt bronze. But this is just an amazing model, and they turned out so well. I want to say there's a handful of, like, I know Blade City obviously has these. I think, Divo's obviously going to have a few. White Mountain Knives has an exclusive. Urban EDC, they've already been teasing theirs with like bronze or copper and like their Sagaha pattern. I think Kev said Freight and Lock has one, which is really, really cool to see that. Hope over at Freight and Lock is awesome, so it's really cool to see her getting involved with Divo. And I'm sure all the other, the usual suspects. Traditional pocket knives might have one. I'm not totally sure on that. And again, they should be dropping, within the next month or so. But like I said, I think Kevin is waiting, or I'm not sure if they're getting all of them and then they have to ship them out. And like Blade City just got theirs early. I'm not really sure. But regardless, this is going to be a knife that you guys, if you're hardcore Divo fans and you're just a fan of clean, simple designs. This is technically a gun stock pattern, which I guess I forgot to mention until now. But you guys can see technically is a gun stock, which is traditionally a traditional, a slip joint pattern. So it's really cool to see, Kevin and Colin taking that design and switching it over and putting it onto, a modern pocket knife design, which is great. Yeah. Feels really good in the hand. You can technically choke up here real close to the blade. And again, love that jimping all the way out there. I think that's fantastic. And this is, I don't want to gush over it too much. And I'm not just saying this because I love Kevin and Colin, and I would consider Kevin a friend. Divo genuinely does amazing knives for great prices. This was $219. So S90V, milled titanium, milled clip, great action, great ergos. Like, I think you always get a good bang for your buck, in my opinion. So yeah, I've been talking now for going on 12 and a half minutes, so I apologize. This has been a little bit of a longer unboxing, especially for just one knife. But just wanted to explain everything to you guys. And like I said, these will be dropping in the upcoming future. I plan on doing some, some shorts with them, some posts with them. I'm definitely going to, hype this knife up coming to the, coming up on the drop, because I think everyone should get one of these in. And I'm loving it already. So Kevin and Colin, if you're watching this, absolutely beautiful model, guys. Cannot wait to get this thing in pocket and to make some good memories with it. I almost said make some love with it, but that's not where I was going with that. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below, just based off of this video, if you guys plan on picking up a saloon. Yeah, talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.